Welcome to Inside the Huddle on Sachem Report. I'm Chris Vaccaro, joined by Danny Wolff, quarterback here at Sachem East. Coming off a week one loss at Sachem North, but a full slate of games and a big season for you, your senior year. We'll talk about week one a little bit. We'll talk about week two, and then I want to talk about the quarterback position and your leadership role. So we got a few things to discuss today. But I guess let's just start with week one. Your impressions of opening the year at home. A lot of fans here to support you guys. Not the outcome you wanted, but still, the season started and, we're playing football again.
Yeah, it was definitely a great feeling to be back on the field. Obviously it didn't go the way we wanted to. Made a bunch of mental mistakes and everything, but at the end of the day, there was some good things that came out of that game. Even though, we lost big on our home field, it was still great to start the season and looking forward to week two.
Yeah, what kind of positives can you take out of that game? I know, there were definitely, the first half alone, you stuck with North. And, put the interceptions aside, put the loss aside, 35-6 is not as big a deficit as some people would assume.
Yeah, definitely the score definitely didn't, show the game really. I think our offensive line did a great job. I had great time in the pocket. Our defense, even though they let up 35, it wasn't, they had some good moments here and there, and, we take the positives out of everything. So I think it was, we took some positives, it was all right.
So you go into week two against COMAC, that's coming up this weekend. What are your impressions of them? I know they've gotten some early season press from Newsday. They have one of their big defensive players. They have a speedy back who might be injured for this game. What have you seen on film, and what can we expect from them?
They run their offense is pretty good. They have a good quarterback. He has a nice arm. Definitely they have that nice linebacker. He's a force defense, and I think if we just stick to our game plan, we'll be fine. Just keep watching film and execute, and I think we'll be all right.
This year, the offense is being run by Coach Phil Torregrossa. His first year as offensive coordinator, Sachem alum. What's it like to work with him so far? I mean, he's a younger guy, but he's got a lot of energy and a lot of vigor, and he wants to go in there and do a great job. But still, there's a learning curve, and he's got a lot to prove as a young OC. What's it like working with him?
I love Coach T. I think he's a good coach. He has a lot of he has a lot of good plays up his sleeves. He brings a newer style offense to the team, and I think he has good creativity, which I love. And I think me and him work good together. He's all 3 years I've been on the varsity. He's been up here with me, and we've always been talking. I can't wait till he gets a chance to call the plays and all that stuff. So I'm excited that he's with us, and I think he's doing a great job.
For you, obviously, your junior year was big. You had Stephen Casale. You had, some pieces that were receivers that really helped you. Brian Balsamo, Ryan DePel, and you had some big plays, big passes, big touchdowns. Those key players, those key names, they're gone. They graduated. So how do you balance one, just dealing with underclassmen now as your weapons, and also being the leader, the guy in the face of the program?
Well, I think it's a good experience. They definitely left their mark on the program, but now I think we have to play more as a team, which we definitely have. It forces some guys to step up. Our offensive line, they're playing more as a team. I like that. Our running backs, they're gonna have to fill in for Casale. That kid was a stud definitely. But I think everyone will hold their own weight, and I think we'll be fine.
For you, you have a full senior year of games left, and that could mean quarterback records and statistics and history, and I know I always blow that up and talk about that a lot. I like to put history in perspective by discussing the current guys that have a chance of breaking it and their place, and I throw the term legacy out there sometimes. What does that all mean to you? Mike Westerhouse has basically every quarterback record for completions and attempts and passing yards and touchdowns, literally across the board, and you're right there below him in second basically, and it'll take a full season of games to possibly get those records. Do they mean anything to you? Does your legacy and what people remember you as here at Sachem mean something to you?
All the records don't mean anything to me. All the personal records. I'm more of a team guy. I want the team records, and if that means I have to throw for 1,000 yards and I get the record, I'll be happy. But at the end of the day, I'm all about the team records. I'm team first. And my legacy is pretty important to me. I want people to remember me, but owning a record doesn't really mean that much to me. I'd rather them remember me as the quarterback of a team that won an LIC or something higher than that.
All right, well, that'll do it for another episode of Inside the Huddle. Thanks, Danny, for coming on.
Thank you.
Remember, follow at Sachem Report on Twitter and come back here every day for news and information related to Sachem. We'll see you soon, and remember, stay classy, Sachem.